Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the Finao is Not an Option show. The very first episode of the show. Woo. And no better way to have my special guest, William Regal.
Thank you so much, my brother, man.
Yes,
I just want to say thank you for coming out. This means a lot to me. This is special. And, you know, a lot of people don't really know, like, the collaboration, like how to do it the right way. This one right here, he gonna tell you how to do it the right way. He gonna show you the right way to work with other people.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
And so the Finao is Not an Option show is basically plain and simple, is not an option. So with that message, we would love to dive in on it.
Let's do it.
So, you know, you an owner, entrepreneur, you know, can you tell the people a little bit about the process of this?
Yeah, so the process is scary. It's not easy. And you have to take a leap of faith sometimes. Being an owner means you're not all of a sudden, you know, like just gonna have all this free time. You know, a lot of people think, oh, when I own my business, I get to do whatever I want whenever I want. Actually, you're going to be more busy than you've ever been in your entire life because you've become what the term I like to use. A lot of people say entrepreneur. The term I like to use is a world mover. You're a world mover now. And what I mean by world mover, I mean you have people that work for you. You have people whose worlds depend upon how you move. So you're a world mover. So when you're moving the world, you're not gonna have a lot of time. You're gonna take a lot of L's. So when you wanna take on that role and you wanna be a business owner, you gotta be ready for the downs just like you are for the successes and the heights.
So you mentioned the lows. I mean, that's important, the lows. You know, we always skip the lows and jump straight to the success, but
we live in that world now, social media. You know, I don't think I can really tell a time on social media where people show the bad. All you see on social media is, hey, I got a big house. Hey, I got nice cars. I got money. I'm balling. I'm doing all this. But nobody really sees the losses you had to take. And I think it's important because I think the losses stick with you more than the victories do. So, you know, you got to be ready to take those L's. And one thing I tell people all the time is embrace the pain. Embrace it. You know, if you're an athlete, if you're a mogul, whatever you're trying to do, embrace the pain, make it a part of you, and then you move forward and you learn from it.
All right. We love that. We love that.
Yeah.
So you have the Doberman Empire.
Yeah.
Since we talked about losses, you know, you're having some success. You know, you want it to be a lot much more, but explain the process of, you know, we took a lot of L's in this business.
We did.
And how have you capitalized off those L's?
So some of the L's that I took early on in the game was obviously financial L's.
Okay.
Anytime you start a business, you got to be ready to dump a good amount of money into it because it's going to be your return on investment. You know, we were talking about that earlier. You know, I took a financial L, but it's come back tenfold. You know what I mean? So you got to be ready to put your money into it. You got to be ready to put your time and focus into it. And here's another L. A big L is going to be your family.
Come on.
And this part hurts because a lot of people don't want to talk about it. But, you know, I was at a point when I started doing this early on where we were in uncertain waters. You know, I didn't know how the breeding was going to work out. I didn't know what was going to come of it. And you got people, like I said earlier, whose world depends on what you do. So I was trying to be a world mover. And you know, some people have significant others, children, elderly they're watching over, you know, all eyes are on you. And I think the biggest L that I took as far as family was that, you know, a lot of my time was being dedicated to these dogs, breeding, you know, going out in the public, walking with the dogs at the mall. But the family back at home was kind of suffering because I was always trying to make that next big move. And sometimes as entrepreneurs and business people, we take that for granted. We'd be like, oh, my husband, my wife, my girl, whoever, they'll be there, you know, while we out doing what we got to do. So you got to make sure you got a solid foundation backing you up because if they're not built like that, it's going to be tough.
Man. So the Dobermans, I mean, why did you choose these dogs specifically to breed?
So a lot of people don't know I'm from the West Coast. I'm not from Atlanta. You know, I've been living here for the past 7 years, but I grew up during the Snoop Dogg era. And when I was a kid, man, I seen a Snoop Dogg video where he turned into a Doberman.
I remember.
You remember that video? Yeah. my man face turned. And it was something about that video when I watched it. I say, yo, those dogs are cold. He had Dobermans all through the video. And then if you remember in the like late 80s, 90s, like Dobermans were like the dogs. Like if you had a Doberman, you was like that dude on the block. So I've always had a love for him. And then when I had the ability to say, you know what, I got some money, I want to get a kennel, and I want to start breeding. But the first thing I did was learn. I learned the breed. I learned the good and the bad, and I took time with other breeders and just really locked in on how I want these dogs to be. And you fast forward, and we've covered some ground. We've done pretty good.
So what you did? So for the viewers that's watching, what did you do before you jumped into the Doberman
So
business?
A lot of people don't know I'm actually a veteran. I was in the military. I was in the Navy, and the Navy actually taught me probably the best lessons when it comes to dealing with people, because you have to be exposed to so many different kind of people in the military. Some of them get on your nerves. Yeah. Some of them you find brothers, you know, and y'all become great friends. But it teaches you how to move. And in the world of business, I mean, we know how Jay-Z said it, I'm gonna show you how to move in a room full of vultures. You know what I mean? So you gotta know how to be in any environment and be able to thrive. So I credit that to my time in the military.
So I say that because like, by you jumping into the Doberman business, people looking at you. By you saying you was in the Navy. How do you go from this to that?
You know, sometimes in life, man, the transitions just happen. We like to plan, we like to have everything planned out. Sometimes it just happens. Like I had an accidental litter. Like my dog got one of my neighbor's dogs pregnant. Wow. And we both had Dobermans and we like, yo, what we gonna do with these dogs? Start selling them, a little $500 here, $500 there. And then I said, I'm gonna keep this money. He spent his money and I didn't see him no more. But I kept my money and I said, you know what? Let's run that back, except this time, I'm gonna have my own female and I'm gonna keep all the money. And then you do it, you flip it, do it again. And then you get more dogs. And then you put money into advertisement and then social media hit big. And we know, content is king right now.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you just start going from there. And before you know it, we've had some pretty high-end clients coming out and then your name gets out there. The goal is to be able to tell somebody, how can I tell somebody who lives across the country to spend their hard-earned money with me and they've never met me? So that's got to go into your advertisement and your name. Your name has got to travel. I've never been inside of a Ferrari dealership, but I know that Ferrari is a pretty big name. So if I want a real luxury car, I might look at Ferrari. I know this name. So you just got to make sure your name, you've done your work, and usually it works out for you pretty well.
And so with you being in the Navy, how does that mindset, transition into this business? Because me being an athlete, sometimes I get that, you got that sports mentality.
Yeah.
And it may not work in this type of industry. So what's your take on it,
I believe that, we're all just, we're all the same. It's just our experiences separate us. So my experience in the Navy, to me, I think it's a direct translation. Okay. Because in the military, you're dealing with real world people, real world events. You know what I mean? So when I come out, it's the same game, just a different, chapter. You know what I mean? Like it's just a different part. But basically, you've met the same people your entire life. Very rarely do you come across someone you say, I've never met anyone like you. Most time when we meet people, I know 20, 30 people kind of like you. You know what I mean? So the military kind of gave me an avenue to say, okay, people in this lane, you deal with them this way. People in that lane, you deal with them that way. Now, everybody's their own individual, but at least you have a base, you know what I mean, to try to and you just generally just be a nice person. Just be good with people,
Okay. Yeah. Well, we love that. So look, I mean, by this being a Phase Not an Option show, basically the message with this is to really get that shit out of somebody. So I won't get that shit out of you. What's the message you trying to put out there for real? What people need to know about you to come to you or, reach you?
Yeah, well, here's what people need to know about William Regal. Number one, I'm gonna break my back to make sure I take care of my clients. That's the biggest one when it comes to business. Not everything gonna go right all the time. I would be lying to you if I said, oh man, I never had an issue. everybody get a dog from me, everything's perfect, 100%, all the time. That's a lie. Because nothing is 100% all the time.
Right.
I've had business deals go wrong. I've had things that didn't, go through. So it's on me. The onus is on me to come through and say, hey, this didn't work out, but here's what I'm gonna do to fix it. So I want people to know when they come here to Regal Empire to get a dog, I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure they have the best experience possible. Because that's what it's about. Because without the customers and the clients, what are we doing?
You are big on that. I see the customers.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me.
I see your customer satisfaction.
Yeah.
You know how you got, basically you have your reunion coming up.
Oh man, the reunion, August 26th, Lawrenceville, Alexander Park. Every year I throw a reunion. All my clients with all the dogs, they come back. Because this isn't just here's your dog, give me the money and we're done. No. I want to see everybody come back. Eat some free food, win some prizes, listen to music. Let's see the dogs as they've grown up. Let's get excited about seeing everybody back. And now this time, because it's gotten bigger and bigger, we're gonna have vendors out there. You know what I mean? Everybody get a chance to put what they've been working on display. And to me, if you want to be a true business person, if you're not helping other businesses grow around you, you're not doing it the right way. In my opinion, you're not doing it the right way. Everybody should be growing together.
I agree.
So, yeah.
But still, I just want to know, why do you think it's important to do that? Because once you collect their money, you got their money.
That's true.
They go about their business.
That's true.
And I get to go try to make the next sale.
Right. That's true. A lot of people will say, once you got the money, that should be kind of it. But I think if you do it like that, you're kind of making money your focus. And if money is your focus when it comes to making a business, I don't think you're going to be very successful. It's got to go past the money. It's got to go to the person. Every person got to be able to say, because everybody who buys a dog from me is now a representative of mine. So when someone comes to and say, hey, you got a Doberman from William Regal, how was it? Oh, it was cool. Gave my money, he gave me a dog. Yeah. So that's not what I want people to say about me. I want people to say, yo, this dude calls me every 6 months. He checks up on the dogs. He holds a reunion. Who else is doing that? I've never heard of that.
I've never heard
of a breeder talk about, yo, let's have a reunion every year and have everybody come back. So I want people to be able to say, nah, this dude's going above and beyond. So when you go above and beyond, then, you usually get those results that are above and beyond.
That's true.
Yeah.
But, it's crazy because they say, money driven. They say, when you take opportunities, people would be like, the saying is I ain't really worrying about the money.
Right.
And the most people, they be like, what you mean not worry about the money? That's the whole focal point, is the money.
Yeah, so I tell people this all the time. I do provide a service, and I need to be compensated for that service. But I can't say that I'm doing this solely for the money. I want the dogs to get better. I want the breed to be better. I want to advance the breed. Money's going to come.
Correct.
I'm going to spend it. I'm going to make it. So I can't really hold on to money.
Right.
I can't be like, money is, you know what I mean? But what's going to stick around is my name. So I'm what your boy say, put some spec on my name. You feel me? I want people to do that for me. I want people to say William Regal and be like, yeah, that's that dude. That's that dude right there.
I like that.
Yep. So.
And we mentioned off camera, we was talking about the detachment.
Yeah.
When you mentioned, this house.
Yeah.
Y'all can't see it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful background, but basically he was saying none of this is his.
Nothing. I don't own anything. I don't own anything. And this is the law of detachment. Okay? Because that way when stuff don't go right, you're not so crushed. It doesn't hurt you as bad. Because if you just take it like a human and say, I'm simply here to exist and to observe and to learn and just to get better. That's the only reason why I'm here on the planet, to teach. I think life gets a little easier. When we hold on to those material possessions, we become kind of crazy a little bit. Oh, somebody hit your car. Somebody put a ding on your brand new Maserati. People flipping out. They're going nuts. It's metal.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Look, I heard somebody tell me when you die, there's no U-Haul truck behind you.
Damn.
So all this, bruh, whatever you got going on, it's not coming with you. So, I mean, what would be the point of holding on to it? It's like so crazy. Now, I do tell people this. I do want financial security for my family. There's a difference between financial security and just having money. I got friends with money in the wall, okay? They got a lot of money in the wall, but they're not secure financially.
Can you break down a little bit?
Yeah. Break that down. Yeah. So like being secure financially is like, okay, if I have a rainy day or the money's not coming in, do I have something in place that can sustain my family for a significant amount of time? So security being something like, you know, and most people, you know, you have your 401ks, you know, you got your bonds and your money. I need money that can, if I stop or say stuff ain't working right, I'm getting attacked, or stuff ain't working right, are we gonna be okay? What if I get hurt? What if I go down? Security, the money in the wall, that's not really gonna work because that money in the wall can't really be spent like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's financial security, being able to make sure that you and your family are good if you have to take a significant break from doing whatever it is that you do, and still being able to have a good time. Yeah. You know, I don't want to work just to pay bills.
Nah, hell no.
You know what I mean? No, I want to take my lady somewhere. You know, I want to take her and enjoy this world that we have out here. So that's what the security part is about.
What's something big that you're really trying to accomplish, whether it's with your Doberman business or just you as a whole?
Right now we're working on a reality show. That's my next big step.
Y'all hear that, huh?
Yeah. It's gonna be called Breeders. I'm excited. I've been working on it for a few years now, and that's gonna be the next big one. Once Breeders drops, it's gonna change the game for the world of breeders. And I want to be the forefront. I want to be the man who's, you know, pushing forward, tip of the spear, saying, "Hey, this is what we do. This is how we do it." And so that's my next big project that I'm working on. I'm excited. It should be coming out hopefully around September, October. I can't wait, man. I just want to show everybody, but you know, I gotta play it close to the vest right now. So yeah.
Y'all had auditions and everything?
Yeah, we had people come out, and it's crazy. One of the crazy parts about this whole thing, we talk about supporting each other. I learned, like, it's not cool to support you until it's cool to support you. I'll break that down for you. What that means is when you start off initially, a lot of people probably gonna be like, whatever. He ain't gonna make it. She ain't gonna make it. But when you get that traction and you start going, I see people, it's cool to rock with you now. So now you got my full support. Let me tell you, I got homeboys, like my brothers, who wouldn't even help me.
Wow.
And you like, bro, you my bro. And they wouldn't help. But then I got some who stepped right in and was like, let's get it. What do you need me to do? Even if it's just a post, a story, a tag, every little thing works. So never undermine what anybody does for you. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's kind of the route you got to be ready to roll.
So how did that look like for you when you was like, okay, I won't breed some dogs? I'm sure people laughed at you and was like...
People laughed. Breeding dogs is one of those things like trying to be like a rapper or trying to be in the entertainment world. People look at it like that. They look at it like it's a long shot for you to succeed. And it kind of is a long shot because it's kind of a saturated, especially now. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I see online a Frenchie is getting sold for $20,000. And I'm sitting back looking like, did I do something wrong? You know what I mean? But that's their lane though. You know, I love Dobermans and that's the lane I want to go. And so some people laughed at me. Some people said you won't make it. But one important thing is, you know, I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to comic books and stuff like that. One of my favorite characters is Batman. And I tell one thing, you know, you take a tragedy and when people are doubting you and you say, all right, I'm gonna tuck that away deep in here and I'm gonna turn it into something where y'all not gonna be able to stop me. But the goal is not to become a villain. Don't become the villain with your, you know, because it's not good to hear somebody say you're not gonna make it. That doesn't feel good.
It don't.
It sucks. And you like, why would you say that to me? Some people, man, selling dogs. Bruh, what are you talking about? Big boy out here, he's selling dogs. You can't be like Big Boy. Well, no, I can't, because he's Big Boy. I'm William Regal. We're in two different lanes. I can only do what I can do.
That makes sense.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I kind of go back to the detachment. Like, if people laugh in your face and be like, you're not going to do this, if I detach myself from that person, I start to look at him like,
there you go.
Who the hell are you?
Who are you?
Like, what are they doing to tell you what you can't do? You know?
Like you just know my whole path now.
Right.
And so we can't allow the naysayers, we can't allow them to do that.
Yeah, so you mentioned about being a villain.
Yeah,
like,
man.
You know, when people come at you and they make you feel a certain way, and it's like they constantly doing over and over, and it's like, why can't I just be the villain sometimes? Because they was villains to me.
They were villains, and see, but here you go. I heard Mike Tyson say, when you allow someone to control your emotions, they become your master. Nobody's gonna be my master. So you cannot be the villain, because the villain, here's the difference between the hero and the villain. The villain said, you know what, I was done wrong, and now I'm gonna put that pain on other people because it hurt me. And I want other people to feel like that. The hero say, I was done wrong, but I'm gonna make sure this doesn't happen to other people. So you know what I'm saying? So when I was trying to come up in this game of breeding and learning, I had so many people telling me, doing me wrong, doing bad business deals, lying to me, stealing money from me, all this stuff. And I could have easily just turned and said, you know what? Wait till I get on. I'm gonna unleash on everybody, you know? But nah, I gotta take these L's so I can teach others, like, hey, here's what you gotta watch out for. Here's the way we gotta do it, you know, because if you get a world full of villains, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
That's not, I don't wanna live in that world, you know?
Right,
I don't wanna live in that world, you know what I mean? I wanna be in a world where people can say, you know, it's okay if I breed dogs and you breed dogs, even the same kind of dog. It's okay. It's okay. There are enough people on this planet to buy from both of us. We don't have to be in competition, because the people at the bottom, those are the ones in competition. The ones at the top, you know what they're doing? They collaborating with each other.
Okay, so that go to my next question. Do you collab with everybody you meet up with? Or
No.
No.
Hell no. Here's why. The reason is this. And also, you don't want to start somebody's villain arc by being an asshole to them. So if somebody wants to collab with me, there's a way to respectfully decline. The reason why I can't collab with everybody is because my brand represents a certain thing. And I'm in a lane, I'm moving a certain way. You know, it's okay to tell somebody, you know what, right now at the level I'm at, I can't work with you right now because I got somebody else that I gotta do this with. Now I can drop knowledge on you, I can help you the best I can, but it's not good to work with everybody.
What if it's the person that might
Well, if it could be somebody who could take you to the next level, but that don't mean I'm gonna work with you either. Because you might be on some stuff that I'm not, my business can't be attached with. I'm good. I've had people come to me before with a lot of money. Hey man, let me buy some dogs. Let me invest. Let me get in. No, I'm good. Thank you, but no, thank you. You know what I mean? So that's one of the biggest things. You got to be able to say, you got to be selective. I worked really hard to be able to choose who I want to work with. And it doesn't mean I think I'm better or nothing like that. It just means I'm at a certain level right now, and this is what I'm trying to accomplish. If I don't think working with you suits me, and this may be wrong to say too, but this is how I believe. Any deal that I get to do with people, if I'm not the clear-cut winner of the deal, why would I do it?
You're not wrong for saying that.
You know, it sounds, people be like, oh, what's the point of me working with you if I'm not the clear-cut winner of doing some kind of business deal? Now, collaborating is different. You know, we're both coming together and saying, hey, let's help each other like this. But if we're talking about doing business. I'm self-sufficient. I'm fine where I'm at right now. I'm okay where I'm at. If you want to work a deal, I need to be the winner of it.
I mean, that's a business side.
Yeah, and if I'm not the winner of it, then I'm fine.
I mean, folks sign contracts all the time.
All the time.
They not the clear-cut winner.
Exactly. People clearly sign contracts, they're not the clear-cut winner. But the person who bought that contract to them, they are. And they're saying, this is how we gonna move. You don't like it?
I like that.
I'm fine.
So with business, you know, what are some lessons you've learned with business, being in business?
Business is fluid. It's not a stagnant, there's no rule book. Business is a fluid thing. The biggest thing that I think I've learned is that as long as people see you like trying to do the best you can, generally they'll be okay with the outcome. Generally. You got to go that extra mile sometime, but we got to do what we got to do. So business is primarily about making sure someone feels like they made a good decision. People are spending thousands of dollars with me to buy a dog. They have to feel like they made a good decision.
No, they do.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you put your hard-earned money, you save it, you're working your ass off, and you come to someone that you would like to use their services, and they not really that good of a person.
I don't like that.
You know. And that's another thing. Why do you think it's important for someone to know who they're getting in a business with? Because sometimes you just have a dog and you like, man, I ain't got to know him. I just want his dog and I go about my business.
Now, I've had some clients who were like that. I've had some clients who was like, yo, here's the money. I'm not interested in nothing else. I can't change your mind, you know, but I think it's good because now we're building a relationship, we're building a rapport, and it's good for the business for people to go out and say, hey, this is a real personable guy. He's a good guy. He's working hard. He's doing everything he's supposed to be doing. I would recommend him for someone else. And that's what I want people to say about me.
Okay.
Yeah. And so like California, right? Everybody, you know, they got their mind of what Cali is like, and it's a great place. But I tell you, growing up in California, it teaches you a lot. You're exposed to a lot of different kind of people. You know, it's a big state, a lot of stuff going on. So I think really growing up in Cali set me up to get ready for the military, because you used to meeting so many different kind of people, and then you go into the military, then it translates into business, and you know, now I'm here in Georgia, and I didn't think my story was going to end up here. I thought I was going to be back in San Francisco or, you know, somewhere in the Bay, just with a nice home, sitting back, chilling. But my story has brought me out here, and I've just tried to make the most of it, you know. I got to say shout out to Atlanta, man, the whole state of Georgia, because I've been embraced since I've come here. Like, I didn't think it was going to be like this. I was like, this is a new place. Nobody knows me. Nobody's going to want to buy a dog from me. I have been embraced here. I love this city, bro. Like, I love it out here, man. So, yeah, I'm here. You know, I'm here now. So shout out, man. Shout out, man. My clients are amazing from here. I just love it out here, man. I tell you this, moving here was the first time I went into a Waffle House. I seen a dude with a gun on his hip. I was like, yeah, I told my wife we ain't gonna be here too much longer, man. The man's just walking around with the gun in his pocket, man. I was like, wait a minute.
That one little experience had you like that?
Bro, I was like, yo, we out. We don't do that in Cali. You're not finna walk into a Denny's and see somebody with a 4.5 on their hip. Like, no. So, but then she had to explain to me, no, that's how it is out here. Like, it's cool. Like, everybody got guns out here. I said, oh, okay, well, let me get me some real quick. Let me go with the flow, and then, you know, we're gonna make it work. So, but I tell you, man, I love it out here. I love the Southern hospitality. Is a real thing. For my family back on the West Coast, it's a real thing. Southern hospitality is great. The people are great. The food's great. It's just a great environment out here. So, you know, I love California, but, you know, it's where you at now. So, you know.
So by you saying we in ATL, you know, with everything that you've accomplished, you're trying to accomplish the things you want to do, what are you really trying to do out here in Atlanta?
Well, here's the thing, right? I want Atlanta and Georgia as a whole to be, it's already like a mecca. I want it to be a mecca for the dog world now. Just like how we look at it, Georgia and Atlanta for like music, you know, fashion, lingo, every movies is being filmed out here. I want this to be the new mecca for dogs, for breeders. I want people to say, man, yo, if you ain't get your dog from such and such out in Atlanta, you ain't hitting.
That's actually crazy.
That's what I want Atlanta to be, man. I want that. I want that.
No, it's funny that you said it. It's like when you said breeder, in my mind it just hit me. I'm like, you know, Michael Vick was out here.
Vic was out here,
you
boy.
Know, and he had the dogs.
He
and
did.
Shit. I mean, they was fighting, I guess. But
yeah. But I tell you this though, put it like this: in Los Angeles, right? Everybody tatted up. Everybody got tattoos. But there's an artist named Mr. Cartoon.
Okay.
He do all the big celebrities and everything. Now, you can have the same exact tattoo by another guy, but they'll tell you, if you ain't get your tattoos from Cartoon, you're not valid.
Dang.
That's crazy. You know why? Because he built up that reputation. That's how I want to be. I want people to be able to say, oh, you ain't get your Doberman from William Regal over at Regal Empire? Oh, okay. So,
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so what would you say to the people who is that tattoo artist that does the same thing, but they don't get that same recognition?
They don't get the love yet, because you know why? You ain't taking enough L's yet. You ain't taking enough L's yet. That's simple. That's an easy one. You ain't taking enough L's. You got to take some more L's. The more L's you take, the bigger you going to become. Your heart going to get harder, you know what I'm saying? Your mind going to get stronger. And then people going to say, yeah, this is the way we need to go.
And how do you handle all of that adversity, you know?
You got to have a solid team. You know, when people fall, usually they don't have a tough team with them. I got a wife that, bro, she gonna be there.
Salute.
So salute. Shout out to my baby April. She gonna be there. That's good to know that if you fall or make a mistake, somebody gonna be there to help you. So family being important. I know family important for you. Like I was saying, man, you know, when you got that strong unit around you, you could take some L's and, you know, you can, because I'm not going to lie, man. Like, there be some times, like, my wife will tell you, I come in, I be feeling defeated. Bad day, didn't sell a dog. Somebody said they was going to buy a dog and didn't. You know, a deal didn't go through, and I sit down, baby, man. But she going to be there to say, hey, you know what? Tomorrow's another day. Get back at it. You know, what you need me to do, I'll help you out. I tell you, because I'm not good with administrative stuff, I suck at all that.
Yeah.
My baby be down there on a computer just, I did this for you, I got that, now you got to go do it. I'll be like, man, what'd I do without you, man? That's how the game really supposed to be at the crib. Like, when you got people who can help you like that, like, life is just a little bit easier, you know what I mean? So, yeah, you got to have that solid foundation. If you're not that person yet, it'll come there. You're going to have to take some more L's and have the strong unit around you. And strong unit also means the right friends. Because as you know, you got some friends, you know, they just, whatever, yeah, good idea. Yeah, do that. Yeah. No, you need a friend who come through and say, bro, are you okay? Because you tripping right now. You need that.
Yeah.
My boys that I kick it with, bro, here's one thing, bro. I would be crazy to say it don't matter how big I get. I could be the next whatever, the biggest Doberman breeder on the planet. And we could be at a banquet with everybody suit and ties. My boys, my family will roast me in front of anybody. They don't care. But that's the relationship we got. It keeps you grounded. That's why a lot of celebrities and athletes are kind of like, people be kind of weird around them because they don't move normal, because they don't have friends who tell them, bro, I'll roast your whole fit you got on right now. You know what I'm saying? That's brotherly love, though. Like, bro, it keeps you grounded. So shout out to all my boys, man. Like, they keep you grounded, man. You got to have that. If you don't got a solid team, you going to be in some trouble.
So, yeah, all right. So I asked you too. Another thing about the Dobermans, you know, the dogs specifically. Like, people that don't know or want to know more, what is something you'll say about Dobermans that make them so special?
Let me tell y'all, man, like, if you're looking for the combination of the best attributes of a dog, I think it's a Doberman Pinscher. Loyal, strong, fast, smart, protective, family-oriented. They're all of that. And the good thing is they can be in the house and they're not gonna do like some dogs that just shed everywhere. You know what I mean? I can't have all that shedding everywhere. You know, tumbleweed rolling through the house. So yeah, other than that, they're just great dogs to have, man. I love Dobermans, man. They're the best.
All right, so before we close this wonderful first episode of this show, thank you again for being a guest on the show.
Yes, sir.
What is something that you would like people to just to know that you may not have said?
Yeah. Well, here's something important. I want everybody to know that it's okay to trust an up-and-coming company. It's okay to give that guy or girl that shot that they may need. It's okay to work with your people because nobody started off at the top. So we all grind, we all work, and it's okay to work with somebody and say, you know what, I'm gonna give you a shot, show me what you got. You know what I mean? That's very important because a lot of the times, you know, if we don't know your name or you're not really big in the headlines, we'd be like, But, you know, if you put in the work and you put in the time, it'll happen for you. It may not be on your time, but the big man will make it happen for you. If it's for you to have, it'll happen.
We love it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, to end it, thanks everyone for tuning in for the Finao Faye is Not an Option show with my guest.
What's going on?
Finao, we got
William Regal in the building.
And this platform is a platform for you to really showcase who you really are so people can understand what you're really about and how you're moving so that they could tap in after we at a show. So always keep standing their chest because Faye is not an option. Yes, Lord.
We shall receive.
We shall receive. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, brother.
No problem, brother.